guys, welcome back to the B12 Show News, where we do what, Lantau?
It's about entertainment news.
Exactly. And do we have any news?
Five Nights at Freddy's smash box office.
Oh,
there you go. Now there's
wait,
something we could talk about.
So I watched Killer of the Flower Moon, but I heard Five Nights at Freddy wasn't good.
Well, here is some news, because let's go right into it since we're talking about Five Nights at Freddy. Your Lantau is right. It did a very, very gross income of the biggest box office of Halloween.
Yep.
And it's basically earned $39 million already. And it's estimated to earn about 130 million with only a budget of about $25 million. So it's doing very, very well. Absolutely, because I heard a lot of YouTubers were supposed to be in it, like Markiplier and what was his name, the Game Theory guy?
Matt Pat. He's in it.
Matt Pat.
He's for sure in it.
Okay, so he was in there.
They were in it? Well, I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
apparently if you did see that the movie, he was supposed to be a security guard. But either way, of course, critics are the ones who don't like it. It's 26%. Well, everybody else loves it with 89%. So it's doing very well.
They don't know what the fuck it is.
Of course.
It's not for them.
It's not for them. It's more about the game, and it is PG-13. So I don't know if there's too much blood in it or not.
There's some blood. You see like bloody clothes and stuff, but like I don't think there's a lot.
I guess there's just a little, I think,
Just
do
hidden
they
there.
cut away from the bleeding,
Yeah,
I'm guessing?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Have you guys even played Friday?
No, he has. You have, right?
Yeah, I did for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. It's just about mission. Have you played the newest one?
No.
No? Yeah, me neither. But I do know about it. It's one of those movies that are really popular and hot right now. And if you want to treat yourself in some Halloween nightmarish, I guess, Five Nights at Freddy's is the one movie for you. So moving on, have you guys know that the Snow White is going to be releasing on March 21st, 2025. So they're moving it a year away.
I did read that.
Yep.
Yes. And have you seen the first look
No.
of
saw
the
the
actual the actual pictures with CGI dwarves?
Oh.
Very out of place.
Uh-oh. They're trying to save money, huh?
Not exactly. Usually when it comes down to CGI, they're actually spending more money.
Yeah, they're spending
especially
more
the
money,
actual actors. That's what people were pretty upset about, because you know how Disney loved to include everybody in. Like let's have some dwarves in there, but you can't say dwarves in front of Disney because they'll lose their mind.
So what are they called?
No dwarves, but little people.
Yeah, they were about to cast little people in, but then they asked Peter Dinklage, and they like, nah.
It's even if you guys are pretty upset that Snow White's not going to be showing up the next year on March 22.
No, there is another Snow White.
Well,
next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Not Disney one, though.
Yeah, exactly. Not Disney one, but there is the other Snow White that you were talking about.
Yeah.
But not just that one. Another animation Disney Pixar is also going to be released next year as well. ELO. I don't know if you heard about that. It's just one of those Pixar movies. Yeah, they are very in trouble, but they're most likely going to get better hopefully next year, because Inside Out 2 is going to be releasing in 2024 of next year.
Okay.
On June 14th, if you're excited about that.
A lot of people like that one.
Yeah, exactly. And remember how Pixar is mostly going to be concentrating on sequels?
Yeah.
So that's what they're mostly leaning on.
Because that'll make money.
Yeah, because of course. That's the one they want to.
Money.
So it's going to be mostly about emotional. It's going to be about a teenager instead of just a little child. And it's going to be just showing them how it's going to develop.
I hope it's the same character, but she's grow up.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So she's growing up and she's going to have more emotions, but we don't know what those kind of emotion is.
Of course.
Unless if you have a kid of your own.
Teenager, bro.
They're going to be more annoying, for sure. That's what's the worst thing about it. But either way, if you guys are excited for that next year, 100% sure on June 14th. Now, for the next one is talking about Disney is Daredevil. So remember that we talked about it was going to be delayed?
Yep.
Yeah.
Most likely is because of the strike that's been going on with the actors.
What ended, correct?
Well, the writers
The
guild.
writer. Now
yeah.
the actor is still going on.
Wow.
Yeah. So now we know that they had to hire new people, a new producer, and we got a new producer who's the one who does The Punisher. And he is set to be the showrunner for the Daredevil and the whole universe of Born Again.
Wait, now that you mentioned Daredevil, I thought I read something about that they had a script and stuff like that, good to go, but that they dumped it now. But it was the one from like Netflix and stuff like that, like the sequel going on.
Oh yeah, that was like a long time ago.
No. They were gonna go through with it, but I think they're gonna do a whole different story now.
So let me take you back, since you weren't here the last time. They had two writers. They fired those writers, which they were going to use that script to play out the show. But the show wasn't doing very well because what was his name? Kevin Foggy came in and watched the show. He hated what he saw, so he basically fired them. And they're rebooting the franchise again. So now we have the brand new producer Daredevil, who's going to be taking over. They're still going to have some scenes that the other writers had, because it's halfway apparently, but we don't know how many episodes they're going to have. But they're going to be using some of their they're already kind of planned out kind of episodes, but they're going to put more new injections of the script. So it's going to be kind of like, it's more of a reboot than anything else, but using some old scenes from theirs.
Maybe it's that bad. Who knows? We never
Exactly.
know.
We have no idea. And remember, these guys are the ones who actually made Loki season 2. That's doing very well right now.
I still haven't watched that.
Nor have I.
You guys should see it because it's almost over. Not that long, but that's the problem with it. But again, I just don't care that much because Kang the Conqueror sucks ass. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on with that behind the scenes of everything else, but it's just how it is. But either way, let's go on to the next news. Is guess what? Sicario. There you go. The third one's in production.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's being green lighted. I don't know if you know anything about it, Lam Tao.
No, I heard about it
because I believe the first one was the most talkative about the second one.
I just remember the second one. I know we saw it.
And of course, they're bringing back Emily Blunt, Josh Brolin, and of course the original Del Toro. So yeah, he's in there, and they're bringing back those actors. So they're gonna be going at it, and they're gonna see how they're gonna be put in from the first, second, and third. Because I think Emily Blunt was the one who was in the first one. Who, if I remember correctly, did she die, or no, it had the kind of?
I don't think so. No.
Or she just
was she
resigned?
The person who they made sign the contract?
Yeah.
No, she didn't.
Okay.
She signed it.
So I don't know how she's going to be factoring into this, but you should really consider seeing it because it's one of those top tier movies that people like to talk about. Yeah.
You saw how he put that guy down.
Oh, of course. I love it because it's about drug dealers, and what they do is basically in the Mexico border. The U.S. pretty much gets away with almost anything.
Yeah.
So they do airstrikes and everything. It's just like, don't worry. Just tell them we're just testing out some things. Consider seeing it. It's very well good, and it's very well done, and the actors are amazing. But either way, the last one on the news is Scott Pilgrim versus the World is going to be releasing on Netflix.
Yeah, the cartoon, right?
Well, the actual movie.
Whatever.
We're not talking about the anime. It's going to be November 1st. It's just letting people know, people who want to watch it, they could go ahead and watch it before the actual anime that's going to be coming out. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off anime. That's the one that's going to be named different. And it's going to be coming out on November 17th, 2023. It's just going to be a couple of weeks earlier, so it's kind of setting up the anime. And people are wanting to know, is this going to be taking place like a prequel or sequel, or it's basically the same movie from the first one? But it's basically it's kind of set up the same timeline as in the book and in the film. So you'll see kind of the same things here and there, but with new kind of new images, kind of new locations, and it's basically fans will notice a couple of things. All right, well, that's all I got for you. Do you guys want to talk about anything else?
No.
All right then. Well, that's all we got for you guys, and we'll see you guys next week. All right, later guys.
Later.